level P, list 10, and we're doing the day 1 page, and here we're revising SH for sh and TH for th. So we know we only use SH for the sh sound at the start or end of a word. So let's highlight that. If we want sh in the middle of a word, we have to use TI, SI, CI, XI, etc. So change colours, and we'll highlight the TH in these, making the th sound. Threaten, breathless, ruthless, healthy, and mathematics. Now with another colour, let's go back and highlight the other things we can see. So in shawl, we've got the AW making the OR sound. Because that's a long vowel sound, we only put one L at the end. In sharpen, we've got the AR making the R sound, and we've got the ending n. Sharpen, shorten, we've got it there too. So we've also got another R control vowel here with the OR making the OR sound. We've got another R control vowel here, got the ER there. Shrine, we've got the E making the previous vowel make its long sound. Threaten, we've got the EA making its short vowel sound, and we've got that N on the end again. Now with this, well, I've got the blue, we've got the less on the end of breathless and ruthless. Healthy, we've got the Y making the long E sound, and mathematics, we're putting that S on the end. Now breathless, we've also got the EA making it short Et sound. Ruthless is nothing tricky in there. Healthy, we've got that EA again. Now mathematics, just be careful as you're writing that. We know that after a short vowel, if it's a short word, we put CK, but if it has more than one syllable, we only put the C there, we don't put the K as well. Right, let's go back and look at what these words mean. We've got shawl, which is a material or a fabric that a woman may wear over her head or shoulders or around her to keep herself warm. And we can also use a shawl to wrap a baby in to keep it warm. Sharpen means to make or become sharper. So there's more of a point on it. Shorten is to make something shorter or less. Perish is when something rots or decays and goes away, it falls apart. Shrine is a place where we may go to honour someone or something. Threaten is to state that someone might or is going to be hostile to someone else, and from something they have said or done to them. Breathless is when your lungs need more air, that you're out of breath. Ruthless is when someone doesn't show any pity or have any pity or compassion for something or someone else. Healthy means you're feeling well and fit, and mathematics is a science of number, quantity and space. Right, let's go back and read, spell and write those words. So shawl, sh or ul, sh or ul, sh or ul, S-H-A-W-L, S-H-A-W-L, S-H-A-W-L. So S-H-A-W-L. In this list we have some one-syllable and multi-syllable words, and some of them we have base word plus. So if it's a base word plus, you're always going to split it between the base word and the suffix. So breathless, ruthless, healthy, threaten, you're going to be cutting them after that. We've also got a short vowel sound in threaten, so you would have to close that anyway with that consonant. So shawl, sharpen, shorten, perish, shrine, threaten, breathless, ruthless, healthy, mathematics. So if you're looking at a word like mathematics, remember the short vowels you're going to close them with a consonant, and the long vowels you're going to leave the syllable open. You're not going to close it with a consonant. Now down the bottom here you've got we've given you a different crossword now. So in some of these you're going to have to write the clues, and we've given you the answers, and in some of them you're going to have to write the answers because we've given you the clues. Down here is where you're doing that syllable work, so just think carefully about it. You may need to discuss it as a group. and antonyms, of course, mean the opposites. Now, if you're getting stuck on these answers here, just check them with a friend in your group to make sure that they can work out what the answer is to the clue that you've given. Our words are shawl, sharpen, shorten, perish, shrine, threaten, breathless, ruthless, healthy, mathematics. Don't forget to cover the words before you write them and to check them when you finish to make sure that you've spelt them correctly. If you've made a mistake, rub it out and do it again. Now in this section here we're doing verb families, which you should know by now. We've got base word, adding the s, adding the ing, adding the ed. Now here, if you hear s, you know to write, if you hear s, you know to write s, and if you hear is, you know to write es. So just be careful because that will apply here. The ing, adding the ing is quite simple in this set, but adding the ed at the end, sometimes it's going to say d, and sometimes it's going to say t, but you know you're going to be writing ed. We don't have any examples here where it's actually saying ud, but we are writing the ed on each of them. Now in this section here, you may need to discuss this within your group. You need to fill in the gaps with the missing list word or list word extension. So you could be changing the words into adjectives, nouns, adverbs or verbs. The nouns could be singular or plural, and the verbs may be in various tenses. So you're going to have to think about some of the things you've done in previous lists that you've learnt about each of those different forms. Down the bottom we're asking you to find 10 other words that end with less. And when we inquired into this, we found that you have 649 words to choose from. You only have to write down 10, and that they shouldn't include these words up the top of the page. Today we're looking at parts of speech, and we've got a sound sort for sh down the bottom. So some words are both nouns and verbs. They can be used in either form. So circle the noun and underline the verb form of the same word in each of the following sentences. So you may want to go through and find that word that's repeated in each sentence, and then go back and work out which is the noun and which is the verb. Down the bottom, you have to circle the noun, underline the verb, and put a box around the adjective of the sentence below. So there are going to be 3 words in the sentence that are the same: pen, pen, pen. You've got to work out which is the noun, which is the verb, and which is the adjective, and then follow the instructions. So hint over here, it is the same word used 3 different ways. That's quite obvious. So down the bottom you've got to fill in the gap with the correct sound. We're looking at the sh sound and just revising and making sure that you know that SH is only used at the start of a word or at the end of a word. The only 2 words where it appears in the middle are cushion and fashion, because they are not English words, they're French words. And so if we want to use a sh sound in the middle of a word, we quite often use TI. So you've got faction. So you would know when you hear shun at the end of a word, you're going to write TION, and it's that TI that's making that sh sound in the middle of many of these words. So go through and fill in those spaces. Friendship is 2 words joined together, so the ship is the start of one of the words. That's why it's in the middle of friendship.